Hi, I'm Sharon. As my lessons begin to look at ABRSM Discovering Music Theory Grade 3, we first look at Chapter 1, which begins to look at the topic of rhythm in further detail, building upon what we've learned in Grades 1 and 2. In this grade, we now begin to look at the note the demi-semiquaver, and we also look at the topic of anacrusis, or an upbeat, where we have an incomplete bar leading into a full bar. We now look at some new time signatures counting in duple time, triple time, quadruple time, and we also look at how to group notes and rests within these time signatures. The full lesson can be found on my Patreon channel. If you visit patreon.com/Sharon Bill, you'll find it's all there for you. And after this little video, you'll see some sample examples of this lesson to show you how I work with you step by step, exercise by exercise, just as if I was working right next to you. You can find all the links to this lesson in the cards and in the description box below. Once you feel that you are ready to take your ABRSM Grade 3 Music Theory exam, I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory exam. It's full of tips and hints on how to best be prepared for your exam, and also how to make the very best use of your time when you're actually taking the exam. This book is available from Amazon, either as an ebook or in paperback, and you can find the links to that in the cards and in the description box below. And also, all of the information that you would require can be found on my website. If you visit www.sharonbill.com, you'll find everything you need right there. Enjoy your studies. Bye. And then, if we divide again, I'm going to run out of space. So here, 1, 2, 3. There'll be 16 there and 16 here. There will be 32 in total of the demi-semiquavers, which each have 3 arms, which can look like this, or like this, and so on. And these are 30-second notes. Now then, we've got to think a little bit more about this. A dotted crotchet is equal to how many demi-semiquavers? So let's think about this. So here's a crotchet, and we know that one crotchet divides into 8 demi-semiquavers. And so there's our 8. And then the dot is half as much again, and so half of 8 is 4. So altogether that would be 12 demi-semiquaver beats. Now 3 semiquavers are equal to how many demi-semiquavers? So a semiquaver divides into 2 demi-semiquavers, so that's 1 semiquaver. So times that by 3, so 2 times 3, because we've got to do the same again. If I just equals 6, just so you can visualize what's going on there. So 3 semiquavers are equal to 6 demi-semiquavers. So and actually, this is 4 crotchet beats per bar, 4/4, or that's common time, just to do a little bit of revision back in grade 1. And actually, that's going to be quite a lot of notes, filling 4 crotchet beats with such small divisions using demi-semiquavers. So have a go, and then I'll have a go, and we'll see what we come up with together. So this is my suggestion. The opportunities are endless. So let's start with a dotted quaver. I shall beam that in a second. Now, I find it easier to just diagram this out because here is a crotchet beat. And I'm going to divide that. That's semiquavers. And if I divide it again, that's now demi-semiquavers. So a quaver is half of a crotchet beat, and then the dot is half as much again, and we can see now that we've got a quarter of a beat left, or we could say 2/8 of a beat. So I'm going to use that as an opportunity to get some demi-semiquavers in straight away. So I beam those together, but now these are 2 demi-semiquavers, which are equal to a semiquaver beat. The dot is worth a semiquaver beat. There's a quaver, there's a quaver, there's a full beat. So that's beat 1 completed, all beamed to show beat 1. Then what shall we do here? So let's have 2 semiquavers, busy rhythms, and then we know, so that 2 semiquavers, if we diagram this out again, of course it doesn't look anything like 2 semiquavers yet, but that's what's in my head. So let's just show there's our crotchet beat divided into 8s. So a semiquaver is a quarter of a beat, and then another quarter of a beat. So that means we've got 4/8, that's 4 demi-semi. So I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a crotchet beat now. So if I beam all of these together, there are my 2 semiquavers. Now the way we can do this is we can just run this semiquaver line all the way across, and then just for these last 4, that shows us our demi-semiquaver. So we can see there's another crotchet beat.